What is going on, everyone? Nintendo Fanatic 64 here, and I'm coming at you with my newest updated Dark Magician deck profile. The new Legendary Dragon decks came out. As you saw, I did the opening for it last week, and here I'm here with my, like I said, it's an updated Dark Magician. I'd done one once before, and now that I've got a lot of cards I needed from it, not everything yet, but it's a pretty decent deck. It's still fun to play, but I just wanted to showcase it, and if you all have any suggestions on what you think I could use to help improve the deck, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. If you do enjoy it, I hope you leave it a like, and don't forget to subscribe, where I've been doing more and more videos like these, and I should be coming up with a few more in the next couple weeks as well, but we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to start with the monster lineup. So here, of course, we start off with the three Dark Magician. I mean, it's a Dark Magician deck for a reason. You have to be running the three Dark Magician. Obviously, one of the original monsters, still getting to sport to this day, which is super nice. On top of that, we run the two Magician of Dark Illusion, whose name is treated as Dark Magician while on the field and graveyard, if I remember correctly. And then you can special summon it from your hand during your opponent's turn, or even help bring back your Dark Magicians in the graveyard. I'm running two of the Apprentice Illusion Magician. I only have two because I've only bought two of the decks. If I do buy another of the Legendary Dragon decks, then that's definitely where I will get the third one for it. But, 2,000 attack, and then you can just sacrifice or send it from your hand to the graveyard to beef up one of your Dark Spellcaster monsters by 2,000 attack and defense is pretty decent. Of course, with this, we also run the Magician's Rod, which will help you search out your Dark Magical Circle, your Magician's Navigation, everything basically except for Eye of Timaeus on it. Can I adjust the giant glare? I'm turning it off. And I have the light from behind me, but whatever on it. So running three Magician's Rod. I'm also running three of the Chocolate Magician Girl, just for some draw power. This would be something like if I get a third Apprentice Illusion Magician, I might drop this to two to bump her to three, but still nice because you can just ditch a Spellcaster type monster to draw a card, and then if someone's foolish enough to attack into it, you could basically summon up a Spellcaster monster that is in your graveyard to the field and have it attack that. And I think it also it loses like half the the attacking monster's attack become half its current attack. I'm running two Summoner Monks, which is just, help me get some rank 4 plays, get my Chocolate Magician Girl out so I can discard and get some draw power going. And then the final card I'm running in this, just because I think it's just about a standard in every single deck, or at least should be, from what I've seen in every other build of any deck builds I see, is the one Max C. So obviously one of the best hand traps out there, but I mean that is it for my monster lineup. So not a whole lot of monsters in there with it, but definitely some good stuff with there. With, of course, like I said, everyone has different types of builds, and this is just my take on it, so take what you will, and, like I said, leave me suggestions down below of what you could do to improve. But we're going to move on to the spells now, so I'm running the 3 Dark Magical Circle. It's really great, you activate it, and then you can add one card that lists Dark Magician in the card name. If it's in the top 3 cards of it, and then every time you normal or special summon Dark Magician, you can banish one card on your opponent's side of the field. To help find my Dark Magicians, I have 2 of the Illusion Magic. So this was something I was missing in one of my older builds for it, but now that I have it, I'm able to run it in here. I run the 1 Dark Magic Attack, just to kind of help me get through back rows, because we are using the new fusion that came in the Legendary decks. We are running 2 Eye of Timaeus. The only thing that stinks about this is not searchable. You can't use like Magician's Rod, or even, I don't think it's findable off of Dark Magical Circle if it's in the first 3. I'm not too sure. I'd have to really look into that more. But Eye of Timaeus definitely is to help you get out those fusion plays for it. For some of my draw power in here, I'm also running 2 Pot of Duality. I don't like to special summon too much going first, so it's something I like to try and get in the first hand. Another one, which I don't always like to play, but it will work, is also the Sacred Sword of 7 Stars, because I am running 5 7-star monsters in here, so it's a good chance I can get it. And then, of course, another game another thing that should be standard in almost every deck is the one soul charge for it. So, but that does it for my actual spell lineup. So let's go ahead and move into the trap lineup I have here. So, since we are running with Dark Magician, you need to, of course, have the 3 Magician's Navigation. If you don't know what it does, basically, when you activate it, you can special summon one Dark Magician monster from what is it? I have to double check. Special summon one Dark Magician from your hand, then special summon one level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster monster from your deck. And then if it's in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish this, and then target one face-up spell or trap card your opponent controls, have its effects negated till the end of the turn. So definitely a nice thing for it. Another thing for Dark Magicians is, of course, 3 Eternal Souls. It's a risky card because, of course, if it does get popped, then it will destroy every monster on your side of the field. But with the new fusion out there, it definitely will help protect it. And then, of course, every turn you can special summon a Dark Magician from either your hand or graveyard. Another thing I like to run is the 1 Dark Renewal, since I'm running basically everything except for Max C as a spellcaster in here. I have that on the field. My opponent special summons something. I can just activate Dark Renewal, sacrifice my spellcaster, sacrifice whatever they just summoned up, and then get out my Dark Magician from either my deck or my graveyard, which is super nice. So it's just another thing that, hopefully will slow down some things on it, but it's really nice. I'm running 2 Mirror Forces because Mirror Forces are always must, in any form of a Mirror Force for it. For if I do use my Sacred Sword of 7 stars, I have the 1 Escape from the Dark Dimension, so I can bring back. Considering that the only monsters I can banish using that are going to be Dark monsters, so I can use this to actually bring out back, Dark Magician or something, or whatever I need from it. So it's a good way to help get me special summoning that. And then the other card, this is another one I might consider taking out if I get the other Apprentice Illusion Magician, but it's nice, it does help out from time to time, is the 1 Dark Bribe. I mean, it helps your opponent draw a card, but you can negate 1 card, 1 spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. So definitely, it's niche, but it can find its uses in here. So moving on into the extra deck, we're going to start with the fusions, of course. So we are running the 2 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. And this card is nice just because this will actually protect your Eternal Soul. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little bit better on it, because it's a little... That's a little bit better on it. I don't know, since I had... Let me... If I could turn this back on. No, I'm not going to put so much over there on it, but Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, its name becomes Dark Magician when on the field and in the graveyard, so it is another thing you can use with Eternal Soul if it gets destroyed, which hopefully, you don't destroy it, it doesn't get destroyed, but you can bring it back using Eternal Soul. You can also... also triggers off the Dark Magical Circles effect, which is really nice as well. So as long as it's on the field, your spell and trap cards cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And since we are running fusions in here, I'm running the 1 Dark Paladin. Dark Paladin is just nice because, if you're playing up against a deck that plays a lot of dragon types in it, then this will really help want to slow it down, because obviously it gets that 500 attack for every dragon in the field and in your graveyard as well. We also have the 1 Amulet Dragon. Again, not something I'll go into that often, but if my opponent has been playing a lot of spells or a lot of with a heavy spell deck, this is just nice because then you can banish them and it will help increase the attack for it. It's just nice. So, this would be something that I could easily take out for, a better card if, I can come across it. But right now I don't have much of anything else. I know there's a lot of other ones out there. And like I said, let me know down below what you would suggest. And I'll either try to find it, because I probably don't have it myself. But I do have, for the XZ cards, we're running the 2 Ebon Illusion Magician. Probably the one I'll go into the most, because of course you just discard or detach 1 material from it. And then you can special summon a normal spellcaster monster from it. Which basically is Dark Magician. So you detach it, get Dark Magician, back out onto the field for it. And then when Dark Magician attacks, you can banish 1 card on the field. Another one, I don't really go into this one, but it's just, an extra nice thing to have, is the Ebon High Magician. It's good with high defense, so if I don't have anything that, can stop something, then this will be something I can go into. But again, instead of that, I would probably end up, if it's something that has higher attack than my Dark Magician stuff, I'll probably end up going into the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, which of course is nice because, punishes your opponent for basically doing any effects. Because I do have the Apprentice Illusion Magician, and why I want to get it up to 3, because I'm running some rank 6 plays with number 24, Dragonless Vampiric Dragon. I'm also running one of the Norito, the Moral Leader, as well. And then I do have, of course, running 4 plays in here because I do have Summoner Monk and Chocolate Magician Girl. So I have the Perform Mage Trapeze Magician, which when you detach a material, you can target another spellcaster monster, and it can attack twice that turn, but it is destroyed at the end of the turn. But you can, go into that and then, target something else and then maybe go into like a link play after you make your attacks for it. So its death won't be in vain. I do also have, of course, the one Diamond Direwolf, just good for helping clear out more back row type things for it because that can just target itself when it's detached. And because I do have the Magician's Rod in here, on the off chance I do get 2 of them out there at a single time, I do have the one Super Quantal Mech Beast Grand Pulse as well. Just a 2800 defense, which is really nice, and I can help slow down my opponent's card effects with it. And then finally, for the Link monsters, I do have just the one Deco Talker and then the one Proxy Dragon. The only other thing I was debating about putting in here, like if I was to take out, I don't know, like the was it the Amulet Dragon? I'd probably put in like maybe Link Spider, so I can go like Link Spider, Proxy Dragon, so that way I have 2 open slots available for it. I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm looking for suggestions, and I know that there's going to be a lot more links that are coming out in the new set that actually comes out, or should be out by today by the time this video goes up for it, but I still have to look through that set and figure out what all I would need from it. But that's going to do it for my Dark Magician deck profile. Like I said, let me know what you think of the deck and what you would do to help improve this deck, because obviously it's not going to be perfect, and I'm always open to suggestions on things. I should be coming back hopefully within the next week, maybe 2 weeks, with either a Magician Girl deck or also Cyber Dragon, since of course we got a lot of Cyber Dragon support in the Legendary Dragon decks. So let me know down below if you're interested in seeing this as well. But otherwise, I will be back soon with another deck problem. Thank you all very much for watching, and you have yourselves a good time. And goodbye.